So Al Hilal is pretty much close to signing Martinelli, and we all are aware of the situation between Martinelli and the management at Arsenal. And it's really worth talking about because Martinelli is a special player to us, especially the fan base. At the beginning of this project, he was one of those players that Arteta relied on to build what he has built, what he has achieved today. And I'm happy. First of all, I'm even happy that I get to see Arsenal lift a trophy before all this starts coming up. And from like 2 seasons ago, we all, know that a day will come where a tough decision like this will be made. If no improvement on the side of Martinelli. But I just want to touch briefly on how the whole matter was handled, especially by the management, and what it could mean for Arsenal as a football club. Well, I talk about Arsenal on this channel. I react to football matches. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification button so that when I post a video, you get to see it first. So it looks like Arsenal forced Martinelli out of the team. So it looks like the Arsenal management forced Martinelli out of Arsenal, and I would say for obvious reasons. Arsenal have emerged. Arsenal have moved from what it used to be, where players come and players have time to develop and players have time to grow, and we actually need them because we're trying to save money and all of that. But unfortunately for Martinelli, Arsenal have given him enough chance to prove himself, to get better, but which is sometimes in life is just the way it is. Sometimes you hit a threshold and you fall off that threshold and it's difficult to get back to it. Martinelli in 2019, 2020, 2023 was a beast, a defender an attacker that Premier League teams were really, really afraid of. And even last season we saw a little bit of that in the Champions League. But in course of the last 3-4 years, he has drastically fallen off what he used to be, and it has been a point of concern to the fan base and also the management, because we all can see it. And I know that he has tried, he has been improving, was even called up for the World Cup, scored an important goal for Brazil. He is a very fantastic player. He's a very, very fantastic player. But the real question is, at this time in the projection of Arsenal, is Martinelli the player that Arsenal needs? It's a good question. It's a good question. And if we are to be very honest with ourselves, we have to come to the fact that, and to the realization that maybe this is just the end of the whole trip. Maybe at some point we will have to say goodbye, and this just might be the time. Not because Martinelli is not good enough, but because maybe the standard is not yet as not improved, and it does not fit what Arsenal want to do. So another conversation that people have been having is relating this whole issue with Madueke, and people are saying that Madueke is literally worse than Martinelli. Well, I think it's just a matter of time. I think next summer, the right wing will really, really be worked on. Bukayo Saka, Madueke. We might have the same issue with Madueke, you know, but both players will have to have support. And but right now, still the left wing, which is Martinelli. So, do I think Martinelli should go? If there is good money, and in this case we have 60 million from Al Hilal, from what I'm seeing, I think it can go. Does he want to go? Maybe not. But this is just one of those situations where you just have to do what you have to do. You just have to do what you have to do. And as an Arsenal fan who has watched Martinelli for some time now, I would say it's a very, hard pill to swallow. But again, you just have to do what you have to do. The standard is really high now. We can all see Christos Zolis. We can all see he's been into the club for barely a month, contributed in almost every match he has played, and he has been. You can see. So even Martinelli himself can actually tell what difference this whole thing is right now. But going to the side of, I've talked about the side of Martinelli, the fact that maybe it's just time for him to go. Maybe sometime for us to get our spark again, we need a change in environment, and maybe Martinelli needs that right now. Maybe he needs this kind of atmosphere, this kind of situation to actually go prove a point. And then, of course, if it gets to that point again, that is an outstanding player, maybe Arsenal will come for him again. But then that's on the side of Arsenal. But on the side of the management, I also strongly feel that things could have been done better in the sense that from data I'm picking, and for Ian Rice to actually have come out to speak and say he's really not happy with how Martinelli has been treated. For him to have come out and say that, it means he has had a lot of things. This is someone who is quite close to the Arsenal back end, close to the board and all of that. So he must have had some information. And for me, I was quite disappointed when the game between Arsenal and Coventry, when I checked the bench and I didn't see Martinelli. Gyökeres is a player who is still actively pushing to leave Arsenal this summer. He's looking at, it might not be as pronounced, but Gyökeres is actually looking at leaving Arsenal this summer, because he knows that there is a potential that it might not have that first team football if Kai Havertz is really is not injured, and then there's a chance that Arsenal is also bringing in another striker. And if Arsenal brings in a player like Osimhen, Alvarez, his place will be threatened, so he's actively leaving. But then he's still involved in games. Arteta is still adding him up to game. But Martinelli, he's not added. He's not added to the game. He does not come he's not even a substitute. I think we would have done it better. Yes, we want him to, get experience in another league and all of that. I think it should have been done better. I think we could have done it better as a team, as the management could have done it better. And I heard that through all this conversation, Arsenal did not, have a conversation with his management to let them know their decisions. I think that is disrespectful. I think if that is true, I don't think that is true necessarily. But if it is true, that would be disrespectful, and I don't want that. I don't want my club to be in that space where, when disrespect is being talked about, Arsenal is involved. I don't want Arsenal to be in that kind of conversation. So I think things going forward from here, I think the management should find a way to actually make tough decisions like this, to make it fair. You can actually make tough decisions, but fair decisions, right? And I'm going to touch briefly on, some of our past decisions that have been like this and how it has turned out. I know that players like Smith Rowe, who is like a fan's favorite, Aaron Ramsdale. Aaron Ramsdale leaving Arsenal was literally like a tug of war. The fans didn't want him to leave. Arteta wanted him to leave because he felt like this guy's not going to give me what what I need as a coach. And also Smith Rowe is not having that time, and these tough decisions had to be made. Well, years down the line now, I can tell you that those decisions from Arteta, from the management, have turned out really, really good. So as much as we feel pained, I feel pained for Gabriel, I still believe in the management. I think the decision at the end of the day maybe might not 100% be favorable to the player, but one thing that has been consistent over the years, there is no decision. Maybe we sold the player, and then we now get to that point where we now feel like, oh, maybe we should not have sold that player. Maybe we should have given him more chance because he went to another club, became a beast, or we needed him or something like that. So that has really never happened, and that is fascinating. So I think it might not be really going to Saudi Arabia going to Saudi Arabia at this time of his career. I do not think that is a fantastic idea. I wish he could have actually stayed in the Premier, somewhere in the Premier League, or somewhere in Spain, or somewhere in Italy or Germany, to still play top football. But Saudi Arabia is quite a far place to go. But at the same time, if this happens, that he leaves this summer, when I wish him good luck. I really wish him good luck. Well, Arsenal fans, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button, guys. I post Arsenal. I talk about Arsenal documentaries, news report, transfer news, match reactions, and match reactions to other teams, other top teams too. So Arsenal, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button now. Turn on the notification button so that when I post a video like this, you get to see it. Well, I'll see you in the next video, guys, and have a beautiful week.